Hello internet, welcome back or welcome to my channel. Today we have once again another different type of video. For Vlogmas today, I have a indie makeup wish list pretty much. So before we jump into it, I do want to say, as always, by the end of this year, I'm trying to hit 500 subscribers. So it would be very nice and dandy if you hit the red button and make it gray. So I think I'll put the photos up here, or legit just straight up screenshots from my Instagram like saved post, and we'll jump into it. So the first one is, of course, from one of my favorites, Menagerie Cosmetics. I am still very intrigued by the pastel pup, and I was debating picking it up when Black Friday happened, and it was in stock, so I could have. I don't want to get another pastel palette yet. I have too many at the moment. I need to use a little bit more up. Hopefully I will have a pastel palette that is used up by the end of next year, so then I will eventually be able to pick this one up. But for the moment, like this, and also Sugar Pill. I didn't include any Sugar Pill because to me, Lime Crime and Sugar Pill are like not really indie anymore in my books. I understand why some people still call them indie, but to me they're no longer indie. So like Fun Size Palette, I am still intrigued by it, but like I want to get another pastel out before I pick another one up. But it's definitely a want. The next ones I have are actually from like for real indie companies, like really small baby companies. I will be very surprised if a lot of other people know it, and there is a theme that we're going to see with some of these items. So the next one I have saved is from Rain Beauty. So I've been very intrigued by anime inspired brands. I don't know why, but I have been. And this first item might actually be the only one I have saved particularly from this brand, but this is the Elizabeth gloss. This is inspired by Elizabeth from the 7 Deadly Sins. It looks like a clear gloss with, I believe it has some type of reflect or glitter in it. Well, not straight up glitter, but you know, shimmy shiny. So very intrigued by that, and also because I've really been enjoying lip glosses this year. The next brand, I just have it saved like this, so when I eventually do buy it, I know exactly which ones I want. This is from Yasi Lashes, and what she does is she does have anime inspired lip glosses, but every time I try to see what they actually look like, they're sold out, so I have no clue what they actually look like. But the stuff that she mostly does have in stock are lashes. So she creates these really cool like lash kits with the anime characters on them. I have saved the Todoroki and the Bakugo cases. Well, that's what I have in this cart in the screenshot that you see. And then you pick whatever anime case you want, and then you pick lashes. So I could technically get like 2 Todoroki cases with 2 different types of lashes, or the same. It's kind of like make your own. So very intrigued by that, but I haven't pulled the trigger on that yet because I haven't worn lashes in a long time. So I'm not going to spend that money if I'm not wearing lashes, you know what I mean? But it's definitely something I am very intrigued by. Next, so this is like, I think it's called Lollipop. I might be pronouncing it wrong, but it's Lollipop Cosmetics. So they have a Usagi lip gloss, which is like pink, and it does have like glitter in it. Like it looks to me like the glitter you put on tables for a party. I don't know what they're actually called, but it looks like that, which scares me a little bit. But it is based off of Usagi from Sailor Moon, which is the main character in Sailor Moon. So I'm very intrigued by that. But the item that I would most likely definitely purchase when it comes to time for me to buy a new liquid lip is a matte liquid lipstick named after Taiga. If you don't know, I feel like this is just like an anime inspired makeup wish list. Taiga is a character from Toradora. She's great. She's I don't even know, it's just, she's great. I love her. And that's like, I feel like if she was the type to actually wear makeup, she would wear this. She would rock it. I want it. Next, this is a really bad screenshot, but This is also like, I want to dupe for the Jaclyn Hill and Morphe 2 palette. I'm very intrigued by that palette. I'm not typically a big palette person, but for some reason I can't get this palette out of my head. But I do not want to support Morphe, nor do I actually want to support Jaclyn Hill. So, I do have this one saved from Lick and Lash Cosmetics. It seems like it's a European brand, and they tend to do dupes and like dupe palettes. The only downside of this palette is it has 2 pressed glitters, and if I'm gonna have a big palette and actually use it a lot, I don't want to have glitters in it, because I know it's gonna be, if it's a big palette, it's going to be harder for me to clean and keep clean, and I like keeping my palettes clean for some reason, or else I like mentally freak out. So that's the only reason I also haven't pulled the trigger on that one. Plus, I'm also trying to see if like maybe Makeup Revolution comes out with a dupe, or I forget what the other company is, but one of the bigger ones that tend to dupe Morphe stuff. I'm waiting to see if that's gonna happen or not. Next, this is another just crappy screenshot, because I was debating buying this, but I'm going to hold off. And that is from Glamvice. I'm very intrigued by their, what are they called? Retro liners. So they're like, what's the term? Spray liners? Like you spray water on it. Water activated liners. There you go. So the colors I picked included like a white, a pastel purple, a dark mulberry, a dark maroon, trying to think. Bell bottoms was like a denim dark blue. Like I tried to pick unique colors that I knew I would wear and I don't have in my collection. So that's definitely something I will do, but not yet. But also, if you've tried Glamvice before, let me know which ones you like. I am intrigued by their neon ones, but I think I'm going to be good and not buy the neon ones right away, because I already have neon liners in my collection. Next, so we have a couple for, I do not know how to say this company. So have you heard the water fountain before? I forgot to shut it off. It was a noisy car goes past. So this one, I actually forget how to pronounce it. It's not a shocker for me. I'm very bad at pronouncing stuff. So I did order from this company for Black Friday, but I haven't officially tried anything yet. But because of all the good stuff I heard, I have other stuff saved. So recently she did release a, what's it called? I believe she called it the Sugar Plum Collection. I have a dance background. I danced for, oh God, too long. 14 years, I think. That sounds about right. And I've seen the Nutcracker various times. So I am very intrigued by this. I don't think I would pick up all of them. I really like Fairy's Dance. And I really like Claire's Beam and Prima Ballerina. So those would probably be the 3 I were to pick up. I also really am intrigued by the Loud and Proud bundle. When I did shop on Black Friday, I didn't realize what this was. I didn't realize this was Multichromes. If I did realize that, I probably would have bought it, but I didn't realize that. So these are all 4 Multichromes, and I have no Multichromes at all. So I would like some. And then last and not least from this company is this, I forget the name of this palette, but it's 4 iridescent pretty shades and then 5 mattes. It's obviously not a standalone palette. It wouldn't be for me, at least, but I am very intrigued by it, and it's been on my wish list for a while now. Next is Cult Candy Cosmetics. Good old Cult Candy Cosmetics. I do already own 1 liquid lipstick from them in the shade BB, and I really do enjoy it. Recently, they released 3 more from their Sinister Sweet collection, and I'm very intrigued by all of them, but I'm not too sure which ones I want. Kind of want the black because I've never had a black lipstick before, so like, maybe. But I think realistically I would probably go with the deep purple that is called Dogtooth. I was going to pick it up around Black Friday, but their Black Friday sale was like, okay. It wasn't the best, so I did not pick it up then, but I will eventually. I'm also waiting to see if they release some other stuff besides their current palettes they have, because They're not that intriguing to me, but I want to buy more stuff from them. Next, I have something saved from Sydney Grace. These are their liquid eyeshadows, I guess would be the term, but they're all multichromes. And I'm not sure which one I would pick up, but I definitely would want to pick up another multichrome. I've been very intrigued by multichromes. Like I said before, I have none. So anytime I see a multichrome, I'm like, I want it. And you'll see more of that when as this video progresses. So Sydney Grace's tubed multichromes. I don't know what they're called. I'm sorry. I don't keep up to date with a lot of makeup purchases or makeup releases and stuff like that. So this next one was actually, when it was announced, I shared it on my Instagram story. This is the Give Me Glow. I don't remember what it's called. It's not Vintage Rose. It's a different type of palette. Or at least I don't think it's the Vintage Rose one. But either way, I posted this palette on my Instagram because I remember me and Steph Lyons were having a talk about this palette. So gorgeous. But I don't need it in my life right now. However, me and Steph both said that Pedal to the Metal shade, like, can they make that a single? I want it. It kind of reminds me of the shade Trainwreck from ColourPop, but like the grown-up version of Trainwreck. Like, it looks amazing. If they ever make that a single, I will grab it right away. But maybe one day, eventually, that'll be my first Give Me Glow palette. Maybe. Just maybe. Next, this is another brand that it's been on my radar for a long time, and the only reason I haven't purchased from this brand is because they tend to do like monthly releases, and like they sell out within like a day. So I always just miss it. And this is Mocha P Beauty. I believe I found them on TikTok. It's another anime inspired brand. The one palette I definitely know I'm going to pick up when I eventually can, and it's eventually in stock when I check it out, is the Fan Service palette. Sometimes her artwork is a little out there because they will show a lot of cleavage on the character. Mocha and Latte, that's what the characters are called, that she mostly has on a lot of her products. I like, some of it turns me off because I don't want too much cleavage on a makeup product. That sounds a little prudish, but you know what I mean. Sometimes you want to see cleavage and sometimes you don't. Personal preference. And don't know if I want that on a makeup palette all the time. But I'm so suckered in by the fact that 3 shades in the palette are named after characters I love, which includes Lucy, Elsa, and Elizabeth. So I think I just might have to. Like, I tried talking myself out of it, and it's not happening. So I will pick this one up. I would love to do a palette bingo with that. I think that would be a fun palette to do a palette bingo with. And then on the other thing, I am interested in her Husbano palette, just because that color story is so unique, and I think it's all matte. So that's also very intriguing to me and has been on my list for a hot minute. Next is a Canada-based indie brand that I found recently called Gale Beauty. So at the moment, she's only selling lip glosses, but just look at this packaging. It's so cute. Like, I just love, like, the drawings and the color coordination. Like, love it. So the first picture I have here is the Toasted collection, which is all nudes. This is the recent collection that she, like, just came out with, like, a week ago. And I do want that pink shade and the light brown shade. The other ones are interesting, but I've never worn glosses those colors, so I'm not sure yet if I would like it. However, that being said, there is one other shade from this company that I really want that's called Army, and it's straight up an army green. I'm so intrigued by it. So those have been on my wish list. I was debating pulling the trigger on Black Friday, but I spent a little bit more money than expected anyway, so I was like, no, we'll hold off. We can wait. Next, this company is a company I feel like anything, no matter what they make, I always end up saving it and having it saved for so long in my Instagram before finally I'm like, no, you don't need it. Alien Cosmetics. So the first one I have saved is the Serendipity palette. They brought that back out for pre-order. I just love their color stories. Like, I feel like it's so unique. Definitely not standalone palettes for me, which is why I think I haven't bought anything from them yet. But it's just some of those colors, I just want it. Like, I really just want it. And then the same thing with their Pluto palette. They tend to discontinue palettes a lot and then bring them back. So they'll like have a palette out for like 3 months, discontinue it for like 3 months, and then ask if people want it back, and then they'll bring it back. I feel like that's probably just due to like the supplies they have as a small business, which is completely understandable. And like the Pluto palette, every time they bring it back, I'm like, maybe. I think if I were to pick up a palette from them, it would be the Pluto palette, since I've lusted after it for so long. But yeah, I was thinking about buying stuff for Black Friday, but I ended up just not. Another company who sells Multichromes that I've actually had them saved for a while, but there might be possible controversy with this brand. So I do need to look into that before I like buy anything. And that is Chaos Cosmetics. So I just took screenshots, even though since they're all Multichromes, they do video swatches of everything. I have the shade Magma, which I believe was a just basic like pinky to orange multichrome, but more so duochrome because it only really has the 2 shifts. And then the next one was Just a Girl, and that one was a purple to green, so more of your basic multichrome. And then Lucid, which was a purple to reddish pinky orange. So I also was looking at them at Black Friday, but they're really pricey. And like, I understand why, but because I was spending so much on Black Friday, I was like, this is not justified for me right now. Like, hold off. Wait a second. You bought way too many single shadows. You have more single shadows. Woo. You have more single shadows coming in your life via Christmas. So like, calm down. You know? Just calm down. And then the last one. This was on my Christmas list, but then I ended up taking it off real quick because now is just not the time for it. And this is M Cosmetics, the Drop Serum Blush in Rose Milk. The reason I exited off my Christmas list was simply because I didn't want to ask for this and receive the $25 liquid blush when I've actually never tried a liquid blush before. Since then, I have finally bought a cream blush, and I like it. So if I did keep that on my Christmas list, I would have been fine. But, you know, I'd rather try a cheap version first, see if I actually like it, see if I actually use it, to then justify buying the bigger one. But that blush color is really pretty, so even if I end up not picking up like the liquid version of this, I will definitely try to find that color in a powder. So yeah, that is everything indie that I have been lusting after, that I've had saved for like a long time. And yeah, let me know what you think about some of these releases down below. And yeah, I hope you have an amazing day or night whenever you're watching this. Peace out, Girl Scout.